I really want to say shame on you young people. Sorry, I have to say this. You know why?
Because I know that there are young Nigerians that can even produce cars that you see today. There are young Nigerians that can farm very well.
And I want to finish here and I want to see one of you saying I want to be governor. Today. Now, after this one, I want to see. Now you might think, how do I get the money to run for election? How do they raise money? How?
All right, a very, very good evening. What a way it's separated. Yes, I have to really take part of the show because today is World Cup. I don't know why I'm here, but because it is a matter of timetable and I have to do the needful. So it's a way of keeping my words that today is Democracy Day. If I don't do anything, I want to talk to Nigerians. I have to weigh between the contest between Canada and Bosnia-Herzegovina and the importance of the June 12th. I pick on the June 12th. So I just talk about it, I'll record the show, and hopefully I will still have my time to watch the football, and I'll have the show. Because if I don't do the show now, it won't be done. So as we speak, the World Cup 2026 is on, and this is happening in Toronto, where Canada and Bosnia-Herzegovina are on the group control. I know this guy I don't know who he is supporting. In a way, I wanted to support the underdog. I wanted to support a country that is nowhere, a small country that have nowhere, that suffered a lot from war, but then I love Canada. So it's better I don't even watch the show or watch the football. Because I don't know what kind of feeling I'll do from there. But that's not why I'm here. This content creator in Urugu, that the part there, I can't wait to meet you, young lady. You know, it will say, not be this one carry me call. I go to laugh. With the carry you call. That's where we're here. What brought me here today? It is June 12th. It is June 12th. The day a man won an election in Nigeria. You see, my pain is if we continue the way it is, the story behind June 12th will be forgotten. It will be just called it Democracy Day. Now, what kind of Democracy Day is it? And maybe for me to do some kind of justice to the topic that I really want to talk about, let me just be sure. Today is June 12th, just for record, and it is Democracy Day in Nigeria. See, this all people might what young people might even know. Oh, we have a day in the Nigerian calendar. It's called Democracy Day, a day we celebrate democracy. I will be very sad. I think God will not forgive us. So that's why I'm going to take my time to ask myself, and maybe as I try to look at where our democracy is coming from, where we are, and where we're going. And I will take a cue from this very June 12th. Hopefully, I will be able to make some sense of what Democracy Day is really all about. You know, for many young people right now, they didn't experience this. And how will I say? It was a moment to be alive. Two things have been remarkable in my life. Maybe the June 12th election, not the election, not the annulment of the election, but the credit I gave to Babangida for putting up a structure that would have lasted for, everything we wanted in Nigeria was there. And I'm going to talk about it today. That's where we're coming from. And then we'll look at where we are today, and maybe you guys will tell me where we're going. But let's go back to that history. There was a time, like I said, two remarkable things happened in my lifetime. Maybe others will happen. You know, the day I will die will be a remarkable day, of course. So don't worry. That will be the day I'll go to glory. But right now, there are two. One is the day young people from all over the world protested. The anti-SAP movement was a moment to be alive. That is what all of you guys know. But my real moment to be alive was June 12th. And now, what is this June 12th we are talking about today? It's very important to understand this. That For some reason, Babangida did everything right. And I use the word everything right. You know, Babangida is that kind of person that was able to say, okay, if this is it, let's find solution. Let's sit down and talk. It was a military era, but I do adore Babangida to some extent. He said, now, we want to move from this military era to democracy. How do we do it? Let's plan something better. For some reason, Nigerians sat together and they came up with two political parties. One is the SNP and the other one is NRP. Can you see? I've forgotten. I know you people have the SNP today. And those were the two political parties. I was in the Green Party because I was supporting the Abiola style era. I was a young guy, very young. Imagine how old I am now. So we're talking of some history now. And then the most important people, most people were, of course, the NRC was the white one. Is it SDP? Yes, SDP and NRC. Good. You see, that's why it is important to talk about it, to repeat the history, to talk about it. It was the Social Democratic Party and the National Republican Convention. It was a clear copy of what is happening in the United States today. The National Republican Convention is typical Republican Party, which have more of the morals. I know many people might think, because most of us are Democrat today in the rest of the world. I mean, we support democracy, the Democratic Party in the United States because of black people. But these two political parties, if you look at the ideology, you wouldn't even know which one to follow. So Babangida was able to make us to sit down, craft these two, and you know what? In almost every state, if not local government, or there was what we call a party secretariat. The structures were built. SDP secretariat was there and was built by the government. And they said to yourself, look at their manifestos, these are the manifestos, pick anyone, choose any party you want, and run under them. What a beautiful time. Because there was nothing missing. If you want to be liberal, go to the Social Democratic Party. If you want to be conservative, please stay with NRC. I don't think, and in fact, that is the only thing. And I tell you one advantage of that. Do you know how many political parties we have today? Some of them are joke. When I say joke, real joke. That was the structure Babangida put in place. The election was then conducted. It was open ballot. So there was no way to win the election. It came out that the man behind the SDP, the Social Democratic Party, MKO Abiola, won the election, and it was said to be the most free and fair elections in Nigeria. Oh, I'm happy Mohammed is here. So I'm going to have Mohammed right now on this platform, because it will be so beautiful to run through this. So Abiola won that election. I don't know whether you guys have read Babangida's book. Maybe you should go and read it. The man is making more money today now because his book is going to sell a lot today. Democracy Day, the annulment of the June 12th. The man behind the annulment is still alive. He has his reason and he put it in a book. I've not read the book because I'll be too angry to read that book. Anyway, that was where we're coming from. The June 12th we're talking about today, it was coming from a democracy that was built on a free and fair, but that was truncated by greed or by selfishness, or what Babangida will call, if I give to him, they will kill us. I didn't understand that, sir. We'll come to that. I'm sure Mohammed will have a lot to tell me about that this evening. Today, that's where we're coming from, a very free and fair election. And today is Democracy Day. So for some reason, I get to give credit to Buhari. Buhari decided, let's celebrate that day. Let's mark it in our calendar. And now we have June 12th as a day to celebrate. Beautiful moment. And I'm really proud of this moment. And Nigeria is now counting on something very beautiful. But this is the most dangerous part of it. Now, today, Nigeria is known in this new republic Because it is the sweat of this Abiola. Somebody died for it. You know, a blood sacrifice has been made for Nigerian democracy. MKO Abiola died. It's just like you have blood sacrifice. You don't play with it. So a man has been slaughtered in the altar for Nigeria to have a democracy. But when I look at the democracy we have now, it's disheartening. In fact, the ringing of elections, the vote buying, the oppression, the intimidation, is it the democracy we're fighting for? Is it what we are celebrating? Because when you say June 12th, we're celebrating democracy. What are we really celebrating? Is it what I saw now that you're celebrating or something else? Now I am lost. Let me quickly bring my man. Please join me quickly. Sorry, sir. Mohammed is here. What a moment to be with Mohammed, because Mohammed.
No problem. Good evening, Daddy Chris.
And when I have you, I'm smiling, I'm relaxed, I'm safe. Yes, it's Democracy Day. Let me say Happy Democracy Day to you.
Thank you, Daddy Chris. It is supposed to be Happy Democracy Day, and we are supposed to be happy. But sincerely speaking, it is the other way around. Because if you look at it, those we have today celebrating democracy, standing on the podium, giving speeches, are people who were actually fighting for democracy, but today that democracy gave them power, they are now anti-democracy.
And you know what is so important, Mohammed? When Babangida was in power, we were in the union. We were the same. These people in power now, they were the same young people like us that had the protest. Yes. Anti-SAP was a very big protest. In fact, there was no kind of protest we didn't go out to protest against the regime of Babangida. Now power is given to them.
Yes. Yes.
Can we say that if
all they could do,
angry with the same Babangida we're angry with, because if you follow this analysis, what I talked about today, I'm very angry with the man. But he conducted.
I have followed
a better vision of democracy than what we have now. He gave us two political parties. Look at the messed up of lineup of political parties. Look at the prostitution among our politicians today. From one party, we don't know which one is which. I never know which of the parties Atiku have not been to. I never know. Peter has moved from how many one party to the other now. This is confusing. And I'm sitting there, I'm saying, okay, do you is there any ideology behind this? Because that was what Babangida wanted to achieve. He said, listen, go and look and read the manifestos. Anyone that you agree with, join that one. But we're not giving you right to create so many mess. And it was a perfect. You know how much we spent to build the secretariat. Babangida, why did you annul that election? You would have gone down in history as the best leader Nigeria ever had. The only thing you did, there's a place, there's one animal, an insect, we call it a ganazi. If we shoot a very white sheet and then we put a black one on top, that's what Babangida did.
Oh.
He dropped a very black one on top of the beautiful thing he has done. And anytime we talk about this beautiful day today, Babangida is going to be worried. Oh, why did I do this? And he's still alive. I wish the man is dead, because I don't think it's a moment to be seeing this thing. I said, I want to cause is why we're here. But let's give credit to Babangida, because through that, all those trouble, because the death of all our prophets always brings us something good. We had a blood sacrifice for Nigerian democracy. I'm wondering, Mohammed, is it the democracy we should see? Because let's talk about where we are now. I've been able to analyze where we're coming from. My fear is if we continue on this trajectory, where are we going? Where are we going? Does this man die in vain? Because that's the first thing we will ask ourselves. Did Abiola die in vain? Is this democracy? What's going to happen is they're going to ring the next election. Oh my God. They already have.
You see, this issue of annulment of June 12th election and what happened after that, the so-called election that happened, the democracy that was aborted, and then until when we found ourselves again in 1999, May 29, 1999,
Yeah.
that we are celebrating through the if you count from 1999 to today, you will have 27 years of democracy.
Yes.
But since we are not much interested in talking about the annulment and the gentleman Viola, we are more interested in talking about the current situation and where we think it is very, very important
Yes.
that we look back at what the military government handed over to the civilian rule and then make some little analysis to see so far so good. Is it so far so good or so far so bad? I just have some little notes with me.
Yes. Mohammed,
At
can you
that
really
time,
blame the military? Can we blame the
I
military
take
here?
1998
Yeah.
as the benchmark to today. The population of Nigeria is just 120 million. And today, 27 years later, we are talking about 240 something million. If I could remember very well, the last time we had census, and I think this issue of census too should be a topic, a day that we are going to look at. Why can't we have census to know the exact number of Nigerians?
Yeah.
So today we are still making use of the census conducted in 2006 to say we are 250 million roughly.
I think we have to follow
if you look at our budget as of then was 424 billion, only 424 billion, not up to 1 trillion. If you look at today, our budget is 68.32 trillion. 68.32. At that time, yes, Naira was just 22 Naira to $1. Today, we have 1,500 Naira to $1. If you want $1 today, you are going to spend 1,500 Naira before you will get $1. But in 1998, you only give 22 Naira and you are given $1. If you look at it clearly, our GDP as of 1998 was 218.4. Today, it is 377.4 billion USD. At least it's a very good growth. But to shock you, and most unfortunate of all, is the value of Naira. Naira have lost 98% of its value. You use 22 Naira to get $1. Today, you will use 1,500 Naira for $1. So 98% value of Naira is gone. And let me talk about crime rate. If you talk about crime rate as of 1998 or 1999, when democracy set in again, our crime rate is very low, perhaps negligible, especially in rural communities where you can have your farm produce outside, nobody will touch it. The only crime we have that time is armed robbery, yes, and political crisis.
Yes.
Just little political thuggery. But today, you have terrorism on its own.
Banditry.
You have banditry on its own. We have crime, you understand, that are profiled. We have profiled all our 6 geopolitical zones. We have given them different nomenclature for their crime.
let me see if I can be able to mention. Any crime in northeastern Nigeria is called Boko Haram.
Yes.
Any crime in northwest, it is banditry.
Okay.
Any crime in the middle belt, it is considered ethnic or
Yes.
ethno-religious crisis.
Yes.
If you go to south, you are talking about militant. If you
Yes.
go to southeast, you are talking about what do they call them? Biafra.
Biafra.
If you go to southwest, you are talking about the agitators of Ibohu and others. I think
Yes.
I need a round of applause.
Yes, you did well.
To be able to, even if it's a bad
Agree.
thing, actually,
I
it's not a
agree.
good
Agree.
thing
You did. That's
for
amazing.
Nigeria, yes, to have this level of kind of crime, to say we have this crime, we have that crime. Perhaps, yes, we might have, we will now today look at it like all is not well. But there are areas where we can say, glory be to God. Number one, we can look at the number of tertiary institutions available today compared to 1998 or 1999, May 29, 1999. The number of tertiary institutions today have actually, we thank President Goodluck Jonathan for making it possible for each and every state of Nigeria to have a federal university. And now we are having more, some states having more than one university or federal higher institution, and some states are now having in some institutions that are also competing with the federal institutions. If we look at like construction of markets, you look at economic wise, maybe there is actually some level of development. But what I mentioned this evening in a House of program in SRTV and radio in Amokadosa, I said, if you give birth to a child and that child is 5 years old, you cannot deny, no matter how wicked you are as the father, you cannot deny that child from having teeth. You cannot deny that child from having the ability to move from one place to another. That is natural, that is basic. So I look at some of this development that today we are counting to say that it is democracy that gave us as natural and basic, and they are happening because they have to happen or they must happen. If you look at it, the world is moving fast.
Yes.
Globalization has taken effect. Industrialization is real. Some of this development is not for the betterment of the poor masses. It is for the betterment of the corrupt politicians. Forgive me if they're using the word corrupt politician is not allowed there. But I want to tell you they are corrupt. They are corrupt. They are corrupt beyond measure. When you look at it critically, that is,
yes.
Nigerian politicians today are no longer doing crime hidden. They are doing crime today with impunity.
Yes. For those of you joining us, the network is just trying to fail us for the first time today. Mohammed is talking us through. If you don't know Mohammed,
sorry, I think the network it ran a little bit this evening in Kano.
I'm with you. All right. Mohammed will be off and on, but just know that if when I'm with this young man, I only write. Go on, sir. Where with you, Mohammed? Can you hear me, Mohammed? All right. The network is just, I don't know why it picks up now, but that's fine. That's fine. We're here. I'll bring him right back, and he's talking us through what is it all really that bad? That's the question. There have been some progress. He's analyzing it. We talked about the crime rate already, the kind of crime we are known for, where some parts are known for terrorism, some are banditry, some are known for ethnic crisis, Some people are the Niger Delta militant. Some we know them to the Biafra. And of course, in the Southwest, we have the Ududuwa movement. I mean, these are crime of what it is, for what we're known for, but they've been progress. He mentioned that there have been universities in Nigeria. The states all have their own universities at the moment, and that is a progress. It is important to identify all this. Let me bring him right back because it's not time to cut him short at all. I think we need to hear more from Mohammed this evening. It is Democracy Day, people. It's June 12, 2026, and Nigeria and people around the world are celebrating with us that we're celebrating how many years of democracy. The question I ask this evening is this the democracy Abiola died for? Is it the democracy I saw? Babangida, is it the democracy you created? Because whether it happened good or not, from that from that structure which Babangida created, that self-consciousness couldn't go away. That's why when he annoyed the election, everybody were angry, people went out. I think the current president now was in the UK here under the name of Nadeko, fighting for democracy. Perhaps we might be rude, but to ask the president if this is what he fought for. And all that questions will be asked today and it will be answered. But the question is, it has not all been bad. There have been new changes, there have been new things, but again, like Mohammed said, these are natural things. Even with the military, it would have happened, maybe even happened better. But who knows? My major concern today is, and perhaps the question I ask is, young people are today on the streets of Abuja, they are protesting that they want a different country. They call it take back whatever. I don't understand what they're really taking back, but I think they are protesting bad governance. And I think everybody should. Where the government of Nigeria is leading us is difficult to understand. And we want to come together as a people. And maybe when we speak like this, our leaders will listen and changes will happen. My major concern right now is the essence of government. The reason government is created is three important things. Is to well, they all know how to do that to protect lives and property. They love to say that. But the primary duty of government is to manage our resources. It's for economic development. And that seems to be missing. The first thing when you are made a president or a governor, you are given the access, the key, not the key to the military alone. Yeah, you are the number one citizen, and you are giving some fat money as security vote to misbehave. But your number one job really is you are handed a lot of money that belongs to everybody to manage. And I think it is your duty to grow that money. And I said, maybe that's where we get this whole thing wrong. It might not be right, or it might be what it is. I asked one question. Is this the democracy Abiola died for? And it's going to be difficult to be fair to us. It's going to be difficult to say we've not made any progress. That's not true. We are like Mohammed Riley said, we've made progress. We've seen how many universities, how many roads have been constructed. What is painful is the same people that protested when Babangida was in power are the same people abusing it now. I can stand before the current president and ask him, sir, you fought under the platform of Nadeko. In fact, Abacha saw the biggest obstacle of his time. Well deserved, which is good. Sir, have you not done worse than Abacha? The amount of looting that is taking place in Nigeria today, Abacha own a small. This is the resources you have been, you have, because the only reason, like I said, we always see these things as election. No, election is just a way of getting people to office so they can manage our economy for us, so they can manage our resources. and they can grow it. It's not just to, what we have today are people that, what do I call them, administrators. They collect money and they spend, and you clap for them. That's why I'm really angry that Tinubu has been collecting money, in fact, owing more money. And I'm asking myself, sir, how much have you make? If you have a wife at home, because the president is like our wife, the government is like our wife, we put them there to manage our resources. That is what a man does. You marry a wife, you put him at home, and you give her money to cook and maintain the home. At the point in time, you're going to ask, are you resourceful? The last money I gave to you, how did you use it? Is there any savings? So one of the days, what happened in rainy days? We don't ask that question, unfortunately. My biggest trouble with Nigerian government, if I say it, and perhaps today is June 12th, is the question I ask is, since you've got to office, what have you done that is generating income for the country? I asked the president that question on today, June 12, 2026, and I asked the governors, since you've been in office, you've been collecting allocation, yes. I don't know why they even give them allocation. Maybe one day we'll talk about that. Because if you have a natural resources, which is the land, the biggest gift God gave to man is land. Let me use the word land is the biggest gift. He gave you a land. And what is expected of you, in fact, in the Bible, I'm sure Muhammad will talk to us in the Quran. The Bible said, till the land, cultivate it, grow it. The governors, the president are supposed to till the land. Are they doing so? So what is the essence of government? Let me quickly bring Mohammed back because I need him on this very important topic. Mohammed, I don't know. The Bible says we should till the land. Yes.
Sorry, the network today is a bit not cooperating.
When we have you 1 minute, you get a lot. Don't worry.
So you see this issue of land. All what man need is in the land. To Islamic theology, man is created from the land. So that is why all he is after is in the land, for he shall go back to the land. Maybe that is the rationale behind everything. If God gave you a fertile land, then you don't need anything. You see, I want to remember, I don't know how true it is, during Gaddafi, I learned that Gaddafi imported sand, soil, so that they can farm. Am I right?
Yes.
Hello? Am I right that Gaddafi did that? Okay. In Nigeria, do you need to import land so you can farm?
No. We have the land.
So you see, and you see the way God created Nigeria. God created Nigeria, if you will permit, I will say self-sufficient.
No, that
again, is region by region. If you look at the northeast and northwest, you can have the heavy starchy food like maize, corn, millet. So you can do, and there's potato. So you can even do your milk or you do your non-dairy. If you look at the middle belt, you can have your rice, you can have your fruits,
yes,
you can have your vegetables.
Yes.
If you look at the southeast, especially southeast, that is a home of vegetable. If you are looking for soup, you'll be surprised that I know how to eat Kobe. Kobe. I don't even know how to say the name very well. Kobe. Yes, you understand.
Yes.
I know Uba. I can eat Uba and leaf. I can eat. I'm telling you, you get the leaf, you get the roasted yam. You know, when you go to the southwest, you know, there's all kind of tubers, food, your crops you are in need of. But right from your introduction, you mentioned something about greed and selfishness. You see, greed and selfishness is driving us to abayas. I don't know if I pronounced the word very well.
Yeah,
it is a ditch in the hellfire.
I want to ask you two questions,
Yeah.
and I want you to see if you can put them as you're
Okay.
addressing this. Number one is this: if
Okay.
we go based on what you have analyzed, you forgot to say that if you come to the north, what we have is cow meat. So if you want meat, you can't get that wrong. All right. So in this,
milk,
everything exactly. So God, of course, meat comes with milk. All right. So if God give us all these things, I ask a question: when you go to mosque today on Friday, what do you ask God? Because God has given us everything. And the same people will go and disturb him and say, God, give me this, God, give me this. Maybe we should leave God alone. Because what God gave to us in my book,
it's not God. Let me tell you the truth.
Yes.
All we need, God has given us. It is us that is our problem. It is not God that is our problem.
And you know what God help us
what
with?
We should be.
The second question, I want to put this in this context. Mohammed, if you want to eat now, how many plates of food can you eat really?
Plate of food?
Yes, only one. You understand? A bowl, maybe you finish one bowl. And because God knew that if He allow us to have reserve inside, we will eat and keep it there and keep. So He made it that we can only eat a portion at a point in time. He's moderating things.
You only eat yes.
So God has helped us in all way not to be greedy. A man can only eat a particular part of food. And in anything that gives you pleasure, it's an instant you get tired. If I start to drink water now, I feel tasty. In few seconds, I get tired. Because that's how God created, so we will not be greedy. Why are we
satisfied?
Those are the two things. So God created a nation with everything, and He taught us not to be greedy. Why are we still who we are?
But we are.
Yes. Why? What is
you see? You see, ignorance. Ignorance can lead somebody to his death area. You see, we are ignorant of the fact that God gave us all these things to enjoy. God gave us all we need. We don't need anything from God. What we need to be telling God is thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord. This is just like one comedian.
Yes.
He said, when you go to the church of the poor, that is where you hear them shouting. But when you go to the church of the rich, you hear them, thank you, Lord, saying, thank you, Lord, calmly. Because all they need is there. So Nigerians, it is not like you fasting 40 days to ask God to give you job or to ask God to give you food. No, that is not what you need. What you need is 40 days of fasting to say, God, thank you.
Thank you.
Because there is nothing we are looking for in this country that God did not give us. We have everything. Say it anywhere. Now, I don't know if apart from food, now we import cars. In Nigeria, it is only Innocent. I don't know if Innocent manufacture apart from assembling. I don't know if you have ever.
I don't know whether he's been able to roll out. But in fact, somebody that can assemble and cannot manufacture will be cheap, because what is in an engine block is something you can mold out. You understand? So it's really not so difficult to get the parts. And the panel, is it what you're looking for that you can just it's easy. With steel, you can just make this.
So now
So go on, sir. So why we cannot manufacture cars?
Have you ever heard about the name Maitama?
Maitama, yes.
Maitama.
Yes.
We have Maitama in Abuja.
Abuja,
we have Maitama Sule.
Oh yes.
We have Maitama Sule, a former minister of petroleum in Nigeria.
Yes. Oh, I like the way. I don't know whether you guys see the way Mohammed pronounced Nigeria. You know, there's the accent. I love it. You know, this is the beauty of Nigeria. And like Mohammed will come back and we'll have him continue quickly. And maybe the greatest asset also, all this is I've said, is our diversity, really. Do you know in Nigeria, Mohammed just said he has eaten ukobi. Many of you have enjoyed northern food. Come to my area, we'll give you banga soup and starch. What are you looking for in Nigeria that God has not given to us? Why are we still killing ourselves? Why are we still fighting? Why the greed? Why can't we embrace this beautiful democracy? You know, that my pain is today's Democracy Day, and my anger is or my frustration is the way we still apply greed we don't need. You go to church on Sunday to go and disturb God. I know people have disturbed God a lot today. They are in the mosque this afternoon disturbing God. You know, you're just disturbing God. God gave you everything. And he's thinking, does this people know what they're talking about? Why are you disturbing me? And the funniest thing is, what you're asking from God is with your brother. Mohammed, let's do it. Maybe we go into that. Let's see the uniqueness of the Nigerian state. Like I said, the biggest strength is maybe our diversity. You know, the last time I said to somebody that if anything good about Nigeria would have been Islam and Christianity. Funny enough, it gives you variety. They all talk about God. None of them is idol. So if you really talk about God, you can follow any of these two ways to God. What is it that Nigeria does not offer you? It offers you different kind of food, different kind of languages, different culture, and different land. And today we are still thinking, we are still suffering. This greed is uncalled for. Let me bring Mohammed back. Mohammed, sorry, your network is just not doing us today.
You see, let me tell you, this is another problem where we use our money to pay the service providers, but there is no service, and the government will not do anything about it.
Yeah, of course.
Look at it. It's another serious problem. If you can use your money to pay for service and you are not given that service, then you should hold the government responsible that why is this happening? I was talking about manufacturing of cars in Nigeria and the network went bad. I was asking about whether you know the name Maitama.
Yes.
Maitama, that tama of a thing is the steel that you can melt to do cars, do a lot of iron. Simply, tama is iron.
Yes.
So Kano State, there is a hill that is called Dala and Goronduse. In Dala and Goronduse, until today, as I speak with you, even if you go to Dala or Goronduse this night to go and pack the sand, go and melt it, it is going to turn out to be iron for you.
Are you serious?
It is going to be iron. I am telling you this. I have been to Yankari Game Reserve in Bauchi State, Al-Galeri local government to be precise. In Al-Galeri, inside Yankari Game Reserve, inside that game reserve, there is still, iron. If you go and pack the sand, you melt it, it is going to give you iron and other things that you can, and brass. It will give you iron and brass. I'm telling you this in Yankari Game Reserve, Bauchi State,
Nigeria.
So if you...
Yes, go on.
So if you have all this, what else will you go and ask God? Go to Niger Delta. All you need to do is to dig hole. If you dig hole, you start... You start digging out oil.
One company called Panoshen. They've been drilling oil for years. The oil is still there. They've been drilling.
That is what I'm telling you. So if you go and drill, I didn't say drill so that it should not sound too difficult. Yes. Just go and dig hole. If you dig hole, oil will come out. It is just like water. Now where you are, I know if you look at how water is getting and you remember how water is getting in Nigeria, you will be
Forget.
like Nigeria is blessed.
You know what funny
Do you
thing?
know as
In those days, let me not cut you. In those days, when we eat tangerine, this orange, let's drop the seed on
that's much more orange.
and then it will grow. It will just germinate, and that's how you get the trees grow. You don't need anything.
Let me tell you, growing up, you eat dates. You know dates, dabino.
Yes.
When you eat dabino, you put the seed
Yes.
inside can and put sand.
Yes.
Pour water. Give it 4 days. It will start germinating.
That's
But we will not allow it to grow. We'll remove it and remove the seed, wash it and eat it because that time it has become soft.
Yes.
So why am I giving you all this analogy? It's not because to mock Nigeria or to mock ourselves, but to tell ourselves the truth. What is it that they have tried in Nigeria and it didn't work? Remember, Metatsini, the man that came and was, demonizing people in Kano, he didn't end Nigeria. Remember how Boko Haram started in 2008, 2009, how serious Boko Haram was. Boko Haram did not end Nigeria. Remember, even the United States of Nigeria, there are predictors and analysts that have said Nigeria is going to divide, we are going to disintegrate, everywhere is going to tear apart. Only God that put Nigeria together can pull Nigeria away. But the only solution...
Ahmed, before you finish, the last time, the first show we started was the United States of Africa. We are looking for United States of Africa. Are we looking for a divided Nigeria?
No, but what I'm telling you now is the way people are stealing, the way corruption is growing. It's like people are scared that like the grace is going to finish. Because if I see anybody stealing, I will be wondering that this guy is underrating God.
Yes.
If you are not underrating God, why will you steal? If you are not underrating God, why will you be corrupt? Because you are thinking that you want to have it all so that it should not finish. And this thing is the issue of grace. God has already blessed the land with what you are thinking is going to finish. So if you know something is not going to be finished,
but it's so stupid.
It cannot finish.
If we even analyze the issue of greed, morally or maybe intellectually, it's stupid people that should be greedy.
Yes.
All these things we have now, when we die and we go, you will know it's not for you. The whole land, everything
Definitely.
you acquire, it will go to someone else.
No matter how,
yes.
Let's say no matter how greedy somebody is to say, oh, if I die, bury me with my properties. If you bury him with that his property, you will one day check on him and you will see him decaying. But the property is there, especially if it is gold and other. You understand? So what we are talking about is, you see this concept of reorientation. You see, we should stop producing hoodlums as leaders. We should stop producing people with mental sickness as leaders. The earlier we do this, the better. We are talking about today as democracy.
People today. We know. I made a
what
statement.
is not in existence.
Yes, Mohammed, I made a statement that the biggest blessing we have is actually the most at the church. And somebody may just get it wrong. You know why? Because these moral things, this need not to be greedy, is what I thought the religious body would be doing, not to go and disturb God there. Because what religion taught you is to forget about the nothingness of this world and to be a decent human being.
It's because, let me tell you, even the religious bodies or those that are in control of the religious centers are greed. And they don't even believe in God. They don't believe much in God like the way their followers believe in God. Because if the follower believe in God and attend church or go to mosque and listen to someone, or whosoever is the one that is the man of God, then the man of God should be able to tell that person the truth and nothing but the truth. So the followers believe in God more than the clergymen. Because they are also greed. And this is just the basic truth.
It's one of the problems we have, which is supposed to be a blessing, because if you look at the way God has structured Nigeria, will be the best if we can if religious leaders are doing the needful, telling us you need not to be greedy. Because
Yes.
if somebody if you come to our side of the country now, if you go there, if you are very rich, if you are studying a lot of money, they give you a seat at the front. They know even when they know that you stole the money. He's the one to sit at the front.
They'll give you a seat in the front.
Yeah, a thief in the church. He has to sit there because he's
sitting in the front.
Offering. He has to do a bigger offering now. The man you will see him beginning to misbehave. You see the so-called man of God. That day he's going to preach. It's like a musician who's going to sing better, so that more money will fall on him. But God has told
so now.
This. Where is this coming from? Intellectually, I can't understand. And we're gonna die, and everything's gonna remain there, not our own. And how many years?
And now, Daddy Chris, you see, we have seen the problem for long. We have seen the problem for long. Let's start singing the solution. Okay. The basic solution is for people that have understanding to share their understanding with those that doesn't have the understanding. Okay. That is reorientation. And then let people who have sense join politics. Not join politics by contesting directly, no. Join party politics. Belong to where they are nominating who become what.
Agree.
So if we are jumping to say we are bringing out good men to contest position, they will not allow them to go there. Inasmuch we did not join party politics, we will not get it right.
Agree.
And we have to get people that are going to, like evangelism.
Yes. No, but
to preach it. To preach it again and again.
I see the church or the mosque and the government as two bodies that are very, very important in nation building. Because the government, they are there to preach the gospel of togetherness, the love which Muhammad and Jesus talked about. That's what they're preaching. And that is what the men of God are doing. So if there's no issues there, it's not that we are now carried away with some little thing we want to eat today and die tomorrow and forget it. But Muhammad, let's talk about one important part of this. That's perhaps why I am more worried. Where are we going? Because what we're teaching our younger ones now, what our children are learning morally wise, the kind of politics we are passing on to them, what should we expect? Okay, that's a very big question for you at home and a big question for me, and I wish Mohammed have some few minutes to talk about this. I really, really need this part of the question answered. My problem is not even what has happened now. Babangida he started very well. He messed it up. People like, I'm happy our current president was one of those that fought on the name of Nadeko. He's now president. They have messed it up too. Where are we going, Nigeria? That's why, as I was looking at this issue, I was looking at where we're coming from, where we are, because we are in an era of greed. We are in an era of destruction, self-destruction. That is the era we are. We're going to ring the next election. We don't even understand what is governance. Like Mohammed said, there is need now for us to do proper orientation. Mohammed, welcome. Oh, okay. It's still not clear yet, but I will have Mohammed right back quickly. It's period of reorientation. If the men of God or the people in the mosque can just tell us, please, there's no need to be greedy. We're going to die and leave it. What Muhammad taught us, what Prophet Muhammad taught us, or what Jesus Christ taught us, is to love one another. If you love your brother, you will give him food now. You will share with him. You won't want to keep everything to yourself. What are you doing with all these fancy cars? How many can you use at a time? Nation building. Okay, a country is not built on morale. Is our law, does it reflect that? Look at the elections. Look at the way we bring people to power. It is self-destruction. There's no definition for the kind of politics we practice today. The only word for it is self-destruction. Because I can just see them ringing the next election, counting the votes, announcing it before the result is there, doing what they want and forcing themselves on us again. And I say to myself, why are you doing this? Now, our own doesn't matter now. What we have done, we will not be here to suffer it. Our children. What kind of Nigeria are we handing over to them? A father that hands over destruction to his children is an infidel. Let me see why I can get Mohammed back quickly. Mohammed. Yes, can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you, Daddy. Yes.
I said, what kind of Nigeria are we handing over? Let's see Nigeria tomorrow. With where we are, what kind of Nigeria are we going to see? But you said something that gave me hope today. That nobody can destroy this country called Nigeria. I agree.
Nobody can do it. Nobody can.
Nobody. So
because they have tried everything possible.
Yes.
They have tried everything possible to destroy Nigeria. It didn't work. So what we are supposed to do? I'm not saying we are the good men in Nigeria, but at least since we have agreed that there is problem in this country, we should do the needful by joining the power struggle. And when we talk about politics, I remember the definition of politics by Noli Okudiba that defined politics as a struggle for power and the ability to share the resources of the state. You know, the struggle to get the power to share the resources of the state. That is simply politics.
Yes.
You know,
it sums it up.
But now we allow, yes. So now people without, clear understanding of how to share the resources are now in charge of the resources. So that is why they feel like it is their own and they are scared. Instead of doing the needful, do the roads. Fight poverty, fight illiteracy.
Yes.
I remember when Malala Yousafzai came to Nigeria, she said you cannot fight insecurity with gun. It is issue of psyche. You have to change the psychology of people. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anybody that attempted, it's just like what I said yesterday, they said they have jailed people that were involved in kidnapping. I say, why will you jail involved in kidnapping? That one is already not a human being. Kill that one is gone. Then make sure you put machineries on ground, not to allow another person to join. But anybody that joined, that one should go, so that another person should not join.
Yes.
It is a very dangerous situation and a sorry situation for Nigeria. So this issue of orientation and reorientation, and anybody in the media, and when I'm saying media, I'm not talking about only the journalists. I'm talking about the theater too. We should stop glorifying. We should stop glorifying the evil. It is time we start doing films, trying to show people how to join politics, how to conquer, how to win elections, how to change narrative, how to do good things instead of bad things. You understand? But when you look at most of our films today, films like you will see a young lady will leave village, go to the city, start doing prostitution, and then she is just enjoying.
Yes.
After enjoyment for she have seen it all, getting all she need, they will just say she died.
Yes.
That is not a punishment.
No.
Because what complete a man as a man is when he leave and his time come and his death. You understand?
Yeah,
so you see, we have to change how.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a rest. Thank you so much. Let's even call it rest.
Yes.
Because when you have lived for 100 years, what do you want to? You should not be involved in other things. You should just go and rest.
Exactly. You want peace.
Thank you so much.
And the only peace is there. Yeah. As I said, rest in peace. No, Mohammed, you said something very big here. Those of us in the filmmakers, journalists, and perhaps the government must embark on serious campaign on how to be a good citizen. You know, that's one thing that is no more in our curriculum.
Yes.
You know, we all expect something from the government. We expect something good from the government, but we are the government, so we get to be good citizens. And you said something very important. We must join politics. We must participate in governance. You might not be the leader, but you make sure the pension you want is there. And the only way it's going to happen is if you go and participate. Most of us are political illiterate.
Definitely.
And that's a dangerous
Yes.
one. And I don't think we have time for that.
Yes.
Mohammed, listen, we didn't do much justice.
Maybe
We're going to come back and have it again. It's already 9 o'clock. And this show must not exceed 9 o'clock. I want to thank you for joining me.
we have a terrible network service today.
It's all good, Mohammed. We did the best we could. It's June 12th. It's not a day to cry alone. It's a day to also thank God for all He has done for us. Because in the midst of all this, Babangida was created.
Let's hope to have a good network on Monday.
Yes.
So we can look at it again very well and do justice to it.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you very much, Mohammed. I'll see you on Monday. All right, so that's where we're going to call it a wrap. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I would have rather be watching football, but I don't have that opportunity right now. We need to do the needful. Everybody should participate in nation building. Mohammed said something very important. For those of us who are filmmakers, please, it is time to begin to make movies that help to build Nigeria. You see, every day I say this, if Nigeria go on fire, we're all going to burn. It's easy to say this. And let me say this. I am sorry. I am not a believer of division of Nigeria. I am an advocate of the United States of Africa. How can I believe in breaking down the biggest nation in Africa? That's going back. Do you know why I agree with the United States of Africa? In my stay in Europe, I will do this quickly and close my mouth. During my stay in Europe, they were all over the place. The first union that came together was the Benelux. And now they have the European Union. Look at the amount of progress. They now speak with one voice. They have one market. They defend themselves with NATO. We don't even, the whole of Africa, none of us have single security. But as big as Europe is, as advanced as they are, they came up with NATO to defend themselves. They came up with one currency, euros, so they can live a prosperous life. Now they live and work and exchange everything together, and prosperity is their name. Why is this? Why are we so divided? So if you think of how we have one country called Togo that is not a country, or one Nigeria that is not a country, look at the currency, the naira or the CFA. It's all full. In fact, in fact, our children will not forgive us. They're going to put us down and trash us one day. Unfortunately, we will not be too strong enough to even take the blow. If we care about tomorrow, it's time to build it now. And that's why I said the United States of Africa is the way to go. So if I say United States of Africa, why are we dividing Nigeria? Nigeria is a blessing. It's a blessing. We have some few, all I call them, morons. I call them village fools, because they don't even know what they're doing. But you cannot trash Nigeria because of them, because there's a beautiful tomorrow. And that's what we're all waiting for. And I'm going to say this to young people. The reason I did this broadcast, which is not really touchable, is tomorrow Nigeria. We've destroyed our own, but we still build something for you people to take on. Don't take on the negative. Don't take on the corruption. Don't take on the stealing. See a beautiful future. I'm aware now that young people are now reading to what happened in the colonial era, what happened in slave trade, and to build a better future for themselves. I know it's stupid to say, don't do the bad thing I say, just do the good one. I should have taught you the good one. Unfortunately, our sense is not rich. So don't do the bad one, my children. Do the great things, and your future and the future of your children will be better and you people will tell us a better story, so we all can sleep well wherever we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I want to quickly run and go and watch my football right now. It's been a great day, and it's all big love from here, Daddy Chris in London. I say thank you. By next week, the broadcast is going to be having more and more people. I have people joining us from Asaba and those ones joining us from Abuja. So just let's hear the voice of the younger people. You know, I'll have Barrister Omar will join us from Abuja, and Precious. These are all young people. And I hear Precious will be hearing us talking about what filmmakers should be doing. And the young people as lawyers, people like Barrister, they should be able to forge a new path for Nigeria. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget the old man is signing out. You can't do what the old man has done. You do better than the old man. God bless you. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your
innovative content.